Worthy of all the praise we could ever sing. Worthy of all the breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. And we sing holy. There is none like you. How's it going? We at the library. You know what? I just got a job as a server, as an introvert, completely out of courage to attack my weaknesses, which are, I'm very insecure about public speaking. I feel dumb. Oh, hey, they're open. And it's terrifying. And not only did I just go get some random entry-level serving job, I got hired at a mid-level finer dining experience where people travel from all over to go eat, and people travel from all over to go serve at. So, and on top of that, I have improper training. I walk in on my first day the other day, and they're like, "Who are you training with?" I'm like, I don't know. They didn't give me anything I needed to even study. I don't know the menu at all. They stuck me with this lady that has been serving for all of her life, who's probably in her 40s. She's like, yeah, I don't really know how to train people that have never served before. I'm more of I don't know what she was. You get the point. So, this has been such a terrifying experience. I mean, I break out in sweat when I walk into the building. I've only worked one shift. And she's like, I think the best way to get you to learn is just have you do it. I'm like, do what? Go take orders. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I don't have a little book. I don't know what to write. I don't know what to ask. I've ate here once. I don't know the menu at all. I'm terrified to speak to people. And this don't even align with my purpose, because I don't want to serve people alcohol. That's freaking demons. So I feel something happening soon. And well, I've been given signs. Yesterday was amazing. Yes, yesterday. And my life has been amazing since I surrendered, which was on Halloween of 2022. And it's almost the 1-year anniversary. We're in almost October. What's the date? It's the 30th of September. 31 days away or something. Which, I'm getting so off track. I'm just so hyped up for the Lord right now. But my before and after pictures, a picture of me then and a picture of me now, side by side, you'd be like, not the same guy. Just there's so much that I can add to my testimony, and I hope that never stops, and it won't, because I am chasing, and I know that people lose their zeal for the Lord, and I'm not going to let that happen, and the Lord won't let that happen, and him and I know that, and it just adds to the joy that I have, and the freedom that I have, and the peace that I have. Walking around like, feeling like I'm finally stepping into who I always knew I could be. Excuse me. I got my freaking witchcraft BS. Those that know. I'll tell you what. I'm blessed that this is like my only habit is caffeine. And I only allow myself to have it in the morning. I even dropped the pre-workout because I was working out late, taking pre-workout late, and after my workout I would just stare at the ceiling and be like, yeah, this sucks. Trying to counter it with, what do you call it, to fall asleep with the gummies and the stuff. And that's coming from very sinful, addictive behavior all my life. Smoking 2 packs a day as a roofer for years. I smoked cigarettes from probably senior year of high school up until about a year ago. 24/7, which is like 10 years. Which is why my teeth are bad. And they're like stained of coffee. Whatever. We're all human. I don't let that get me down. I'd say it's one of my insecurities if people were to bring it up. But hey, you want to fight? Just kidding. I only fight with the word of God. Yeah. Cigarettes, alcohol. I went to CMU, Central Michigan University, fire up chips, as a washed up quarterback. Followed my friends there to party and drink and to let demons consume me and to develop more bad habits and to be depressed. And this was all, of course, before I knew God. I knew of God since my childhood. I knew of him. The seeds were planted in me. But I never understood it because I wasn't living for him. I never dove fully into the water. I was just dipping my toe in when I needed to. And so I'm 27. I feel like I've lived the life of the average old man times 3 with my experiences. Roller coasters of attention, success, emotional damage, hiding, keeping it all within, wearing a mask, masturbating daily. It's sick what the world has come to. Putting all my attention onto social media, all platforms. Like, I was chasing clout, and like, for someone, I had none at all, but like, at the time I was so built up and rage because I knew that I was like a good-looking, popular dude and had it going on like in high school. So like, why couldn't I have a little bit of clout or attention? So like, yeah, God has been, rightfully so, bringing like allowing the devil to bring misery upon my life for following the crowd and doing what everyone else was doing. And it wasn't until Halloween Day, after 2 decades of narcissistic abuse, and working in an environment that was literally killing me quicker than killing myself slowly, to where I broke down. I started asking the appropriate questions on Halloween Day, like, and I'm getting emotional and angry at myself, like, why? Where did I go wrong? What? I know I'm more valuable than what I'm giving to the world. Why am I not being noticed? Why am I not successful? Why am I depressed? Why am I scared? Why am I insecure? Why can't I talk and have a normal conversation? Why can't I be like a man? Why can't I, like, yeah, I can go to the gym and work out and all this crap, but it's like a rat in the wheel, because I can't even talk or engage with people without having these one-liners and walking away as quick as possible. Like, I wanted some change. I started questioning, and it was on the job site as everyone left, and I'm like, what is it? I started talking to myself for the first time ever. Questioning everything. And that's when the Lord came to me, and I knew it. I'm like, I was flooded with all types of emotion. Joy, sadness, remorse, like anger. I was so mad at myself. I'm like, this is it. This is God. I know this is you. And I'm tears of joy. I instantly knew. I'm like, I have nothing to lose right now but to go all in for God. And as I'm thinking these things and saying these things out loud, it's like all of it was taken away, like almost in the snap of a finger. And I knew it was God, because all that pent up depression and anger and unsatisfaction was cleared in an instant, because I was in the presence of God, first fully surrendering, finally, at the age of 26. 11 months ago on Halloween Day, which is Satan's day. And you know what's even more crazy? The devil, here's how you know. As I'm sitting in my car, and mind you, my heart had grown cold. I couldn't even have emotion. I couldn't even cry or show any type of emotion. And I'm sitting there, and within 2 minutes of me sitting there realizing that I had just met God, the last coworker that was there in the parking lot, a weak vessel who had never done this before to me, walks up, taps on the window. What's wrong, man? You want to hit this? Satan. When I knew just prior to that, I'm like, I need to drop everything. The weed, the other stuff, the alcohol, the lust. And Satan's like, here. And I'm like, no. No thanks. Not in a hateful way towards the guy, but like, Satan tried pulling me back out of my awakening within 2 minutes of me being saved. And since that day, 11 months ago, the words that I am sharing will never do it justice, but I've been living, like, the old me died. I was literally reborn in that moment. On that day, I was reborn in the spirit. And I'm like, this is crazy. I see life like the veil had been lifted. And now I walk around with so much knowledge and wisdom where I'm like literally living in a movie. And my presence alone brings out the best in people or the absolute worst in people because of the Holy Spirit within me. I love this life. I love this life. This is heaven on earth. God is taking my weaknesses and cleansing me and purifying me and making me the best man that I can be with his help. All credit to him. I can't go, other than being in my sleep, since 11 months ago, I can't go a half hour without thinking of God and what he's done in my life. And that's insane, because prior to being saved, I had only prayed to God, and this was at age 26. I had only prayed to God maybe 20 times my whole life. When it was like forced upon, not even out of my own will, when other people were involved. And now it's like I talk to God all day. Prayer doesn't have to be in the form of being on your knees with your hands up, kneeling at your bed. I'm out in public, letting my light shine and giving others around me the ability, the opportunity to see God within me so that they can self-reflect. And it's such a beautiful thing. It's so real out here. I cannot give God enough credit. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the truth. And no, I don't go to church because my body is church. It's my church, and God is with me everywhere I go, and I keep my mind on him 24/7. And I'm so blessed to have such a thorough understanding of the wickedness of the world. I should mention that prior to being saved, I had spent 6 years daily dedicated to seeking the worldly truth. Illuminati, Freemasonry, the world being a stage, the illusion, the Matrix, you know, the political parties, sports, all the propaganda, movies, musicians, all of that stuff. I had spent daily hours. It was my biggest hobby, was knowing the worldly truth. And that whole time, although I knew of all this stuff that 99% of people don't know about, although I knew all that stuff, I didn't give my life to God. So now, it's insane. I'll leave it at that. It's getting hot in here. The sun is shining on me. I'm at the library. And yeah, which a public library is laughable because they put the Bibles in the most inconvenient place on purpose. And they put all these other portals to Satan on the end caps, and it's like Walmart. It's like the strategizing, the marketing. It's crazy. So insane. That's why you got to have discernment everywhere you go. And I'm blessed to have such a strong gift of discernment. I can't be fooled out here, folks. And it's a blessing. When before, my kindness was taken for weakness by everyone. All the narcissists knew that. But I didn't. And, you know, now I'm not a yes man anymore. And they want to use that against me, like, oh, that you're not being very godly. Dude, who are you to tell me who God is? All right. Folks, have a good day. Peace. Oh, yeah. Like the video, comment something good or bad if you're a hater, whatever. They both help me out. Subscribe, of course. Share this. And have yourselves a splendid day, week, month, year, life. Let's get it.